Jake did it again. The same guy who used to panic at overdraft alerts now has $20,000 in his account. He stares at the number like it's a rare animal, fascinating, fragile, and slightly unreal. $10,000 made him feel safe. $20,000 makes him feel something new. Curious. Because after $10,000, the question changes. It's no longer, how do I protect this? It's, what do I do with it? But here's the strange part. It doesn't feel twice as exciting as $10,000. It feels quieter. Like growth has slowed down, but stability has grown up. At $10,000, Jake found peace. At $20,000, he's searching for purpose. Because money without direction becomes anxiety with a balance. He starts looking into investing. Stocks, bonds, index funds, ETFs. Suddenly, every headline sounds like a dare. Buy the dip! Sell before the crash! Double your money in 30 days! Jake scrolls through it all and realizes something. Everyone sounds confident until they lose money. So he stops listening to noise and starts studying the patterns. Warren Buffett once said, "The stock market is designed to transfer money from the impatient to the patient." Jake reads that line twice. And that's when it hits him. Investing isn't gambling. It's collaborating with time. It's not about finding the next big thing. It's about letting small things grow long enough to become big. Now Jake feels the shift. He's no longer playing defense. He's learning to play offense, slowly, intentionally, patiently. Because $10,000 gave him calm, but $20,000 gives him options. He finally understands that money is like a team. If you just make it sit on the bench forever, it never scores. You have to put it in the game. So he builds a new plan, one that balances safety with purpose. And it all starts with these 5 practical steps. 1. Automate the boring stuff. Jake used to tell himself, "I'll invest next paycheck." But next paycheck always came with an excuse. Now he doesn't wait for motivation, he builds automation. Every payday, a fixed amount moves automatically. Some into savings, some into long-term investments. No thinking, no temptation, no forgetting. Morgan Housel said, "The more you can remove emotion from investing, the better you'll do." Automation removes emotion. It turns wealth building from a decision into a default. The best investors don't rely on discipline. They rely on systems that don't ask for it. 2. Split your money by purpose, not just percentages. Jake used to follow random budget rules he saw online. 50-30-20, 70-20-10, 100-0-0. It all felt arbitrary. Now he doesn't divide by math. He divides by mission. He gives every dollar a role. Some protect him, emergency fund. Some grow, investments. Some build him, education, skills. Some explore, side projects, testing ideas. Because money without purpose becomes temptation. Money with purpose becomes progress. He finally sees that saving isn't hoarding, it's assigning. 3. Learn before you leap. When Jake first started reading about investing, it all looked overwhelming. Terms like diversification, index funds, and compound interest felt like riddles. So instead of throwing money at things he didn't understand, he took time to actually learn. A few books, a couple podcasts, some time with a compound interest calculator. That alone made him more confident than half the market. Buffett once said, "The best investment you can make is in yourself." And Jake gets it now. Every hour he spends learning saves him from a mistake that would have cost years. Knowledge doesn't just protect you, it compounds like money. 4. Don't chase excitement, chase consistency. The moment Jake hit $20,000, he felt the urge to do something exciting. Crypto? Meme stocks? Maybe a startup idea? But then he remembered, excitement is expensive. He realized wealth isn't built on adrenaline, it's built on boredom. So he focuses on simple, steady moves, monthly investments, index funds, automatic deposits. No hype, no heroics. It feels uneventful, but so does progress, until it compounds. Now Jake doesn't need excitement from money. He gets satisfaction from knowing it's quietly working. Consistency might not trend, but it transfers wealth from noise to patience. 5. Build for future freedom, not future flex. At $20,000, Jake starts thinking long-term. Not about luxury, about leverage. Every dollar he invests today buys him time tomorrow. He's not saving for a bigger apartment. He's saving for a future where rent is optional. He's not collecting things. He's collecting choices. And that's what true investing is, trading current comfort for future control. The goal isn't to look rich, it's to never worry about looking rich again. Now Jake feels it, this calm confidence that comes when your money finally starts moving on purpose. He doesn't feel like a saver anymore. He feels like a builder. He's not obsessed with growing fast. He's focused on growing right. Because $10,000 taught him discipline, $20,000 teaches him direction. Of course, it's not all perfect. He still checks the markets too often. He still second-guesses every dip. He still wonders, am I doing this right? But this time, he doesn't panic. He just adjusts, learns, and keeps going. Because real investing isn't about timing the market. It's about staying in long enough to see why that matters. Let's zoom out. Here's what the $20,000 rule really means. 1. The first $10,000 made you safe. 2. The next $10,000 makes you strategic. 3. Consistency matters more than creativity. 4. Knowledge compounds faster than interest. 5. And money with purpose outlives motivation. Warren Buffett said, "Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." Jake smiles, because now he's planting his. At $10,000, you learn to breathe. At $20,000, you learn to build. And every habit you create at this stage, automation, patience, clarity, becomes the foundation for everything that comes next. Because this isn't the end of the story, it's just the middle. The $100,000 chapter is coming, and Jake's finally ready for it.